I've got things. Things you'll not find uptown. Lyria, don't say it so loud. Someone could hear. All right, it's yours, if you can pay the price. Remember, I never saw this. Or you. You got what you came for. Now go. Get away from me with that.
Okay, I don't know what this is, but if she's this cagey about it, it can't be anything good, so we're definitely not pursuing the rest of this quest. Oh, we have a trap that we didn't take apart yet. Okay. Let's disarm that.
Lot of miserable rag pickers, lot of miserable You're the one. Do you know what you've done? A decoy, really. Arranged long before you got into this. I needed someone to blame. What? And you didn't murder Dunn? We've all got blood on our hands. We all protect our hides when we must. I couldn't have this waif and her lot telling what they'd found. Which is why it's so good that you came. I'll blame their murder on you. Say you died in the struggle.
Well, if you really want to die today, let's go. You're going to regret this. There's a ton of health though. Okay. Now for the rest of you.
He is dead. It is over now, thanks to you. And to think I only learned the cause of all this nightmare moments before he arrived.
Okay, well, somebody tell me what's going on.
I was done with waiting. I had to do something, so I did what I know. I began sorting the piles of salvage, and that's when I found the cause. To hide his crimes, he was selling prisoners as slaves, smuggling them out to merchant ships in the dark of night. One of the boats wrecked and sank beneath the quays. That boat held slaves and gold, and had Talibor's name all over it. Before he could clear the wreckage, we took our pickings. We had his secret. He was willing to kill to save his name. As long as one other sparrow survives, I will be there to help keep this nest and shelter. In past times, we shared freely with the Watch, as we once did with the Dunman, but no longer. We will look after ourselves now. Defend ourselves now. Yes, I think that's best.
Yeah, I don't think you can trust either of these guys, so hopefully this will not get me in trouble when I get back upstairs. Because we just killed the captain of the city watch, so
A moment, love, I'll be right.
that has the potential to end very badly. Okay, these are the two side missions, I think. One for the Forsworn, one for the Warsworn, and one for the other quest. What was it called? The Dead Cow, yeah. Okay, we haven't been to the upper city yet, so we're gonna go to the upper city, do all the things that we can do there. And then we're gonna get on those ships, because I have a feeling those ships are gonna take us to longer DLC missions and
Students
such.
of magic, masters of spells.
Alright. Let's have a look. We're gonna go left to right as usual. These are just normal city watch dudes. This one is actually named, okay. And we have a trainer there.
My lady Coriana won't eat. She won't sleep. All on account of a poor, sick Malian. Woe on House Anwan. Poor boy, he sleeps and tosses and turns. From the things he says under his breath, his dreams must be ghastly things. My poor lady, what grief she's known. Her daughters lost to Cluricon, and her husband to the war before that. Her son Malian is all that's left to her, and the only seed of House Anwan. The healers say bad blood, but my lady swears it's poison. He sleeps and sleeps, but he's never any better. Well, it's hard to say. The healers are no use. You could go to her yourself and ask. No harm in that. You'll find my lady in the house, by poor Malian's side, most likely. Oh, my masters aren't like some up Spire top. Just one name to our house, thank you very much. And nearly old as Rathir at that. There are but 2 left of Anwan blood. One soon enough if young Master Malian does not mend. The young Master's sickness, yes. He's the last one living, what with the others dead in the war. Do help my lady if you can.
Alright, we'll have a look. Of course we loot first. If there was anything worth looting. Great house, but all she's got is peasant clothing. And wine. We've got wine too.
My son Malian is gravely ill. The healers say his blood is diseased, but I am sure it must be poison. If I were younger, I'd go and find the Lepidus myself and prove them wrong. The healers name it as an affliction of the blood, but Anwan blood has bent beneath no malady in generations. No, Malian was poisoned, I am sure. Our line is ancient. However, if my son Malian is not cured, we shall wither, and the weeds of Wyvern Gif grasp ever higher. His father died in the Battle of Galliffer Plain. His sisters in Cluricon. He is all I have left, and he is slipping away from me. The Wyverns were of respected and decent lineage, though their wealth was not great. Then the merchants Gif bought House Wyvern, much to our surprise. They have mixed sea wash with fine wine.
So you're a little bit classist, lady, but, well, I can't really blame you for being a bit angry right now that your son is in such a bad state. Hi, Yarrow. Are you doing a combo of might and sorcery? That's exactly what I'm doing.
It was early in the war, and until that time, we had known only defeat. The day was won, and my husband lost. Bring my son this wild plant, and I will see you richly rewarded. This I swear. Of course not. But my family legacy says it will, and I have no wish to watch my son die while there is still a chance for hope. There's only one place that I know of, the Acathan wetlands. You must search for it there. You will know Lepidus by the shape of its blue flower. It is an herb with natural properties. It is not strictly alchemy, and it does not cure a poison. However, it can relieve the symptoms for a time. Malian will still need an antidote before he is fully well. Be wary. I have sent servants before you who did not return.
Malian's lips move and his eyes flutter beneath his eyelids. His sleep is neither dreamless nor peaceful. Oof. Yeah, okay, so Akatha. Where the hell was Akatha again? Over here. Okay. We can do that later.
It's a nightmare, it is.
Go along, neophyte. Before you lies the Scholia Arcana. All are welcome upon our grounds, though we ask you do not disturb the students. Did you know this spire rock was first settled by a hermit mage and his disciples? Only when Jotun marauders threatened the Twilly Bluffs did the rest seek safer refuge here. 600 years of magical scholarship and training. Nor did our history prevent us from accepting the younger races.
I played it too. It was still a pure spellcaster. Spells are just too strong here. I am really not a mage type person. Like, I don't like playing mage characters, so I'm just going greatsword, teleport, and occasional healing.
Every mortal who shows promise in the art is welcome among us. Of course, they must pass the trial. We must have standards. The Almain and Varani, of course. It was not so many generations back that only the gnomes and Alfar possessed magic. And still, no one knows what kindled this sleeping talent in their breasts.
Well, goodbye. We're gonna check if anybody in here has any quests for us, because we were supposed to report to the Scholia Arcana for something. How about bows? Not very much of an archer either. I don't really like using bows. I'm just a full-on melee person. Like, I want to bash things, potentially with health steal. But that's a lot of alchemy ingredients. Holy moly. And a lot of trainers. Nice. I think we're gonna be busy here for a bit. I do have a bow and the staff as a backup weapon. The staff is mainly there so that if I find cobwebs that I need to burn down, I'll be able to do it.
Frankly, I don't know why they don't train us all to be war mages. Be useful in these times.
Because you're still going to need some healers, and you're still gonna need some people for peacetime. Yeah, no, don't need this. Oh wait, was there actually somebody?
Idris Theonin has been managing the Scholia Arcana library.
Why not pure might then? Because there was honestly not much more for me to get in the might tree. If I go to abilities, like a lot of it was focused around hammers and such, or active skills that I don't really want to use. And might gives me access to a teleport. Sorcery also gives me access to a teleport. And I just like the mixed destiny better with the elemental resistance. Whoa!
You are seeking healing? Let me see what I can do.
She just teleported right across the room.
Healing is a discipline that not many choose to pursue here. There is a stigma that it is a craft for village elders and common folk. But it involves mastery of spellcraft, alchemy, and anatomy. Many simply lack the patience needed to learn these works.
The passive from might is nice, the one that reserves mana.
I've lived in Rathir my whole life. This is the heart of the Alfar, the center of the world. I came to the Order years ago, eager to learn how magic can be used to help the mortal races. I joined the Order to become a battle mage, but I quickly learned the horrors of such magic. I elected to study healing instead.
Okay, we don't actually need
If you
healing.
need me again, I'll be here.
Whoa. She is literally just teleporting across the place. What the hell, lady? Okay, that's just a normal initiate. Also don't need that. Oh, that's Prophet Hills, but it doesn't even count as stealing in this case. For some reason. Like, I still haven't figured out why it doesn't count as stealing in some cases, but then it counts as stealing in others. It's just... there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it. It's basically just try it and see if it works. That's another prefect. Don't need this.
Greetings. I mean, it's a pleasure to, your worship. I mean, good tidings, Archsage.
I'm not the Archsage.
You're never too old to learn something. That's what I always say. Of course, it helps that I forget everything half the time.
Oh my god.
I hear there's more tutelage that goes on here at the Rathir chapter. And when you've learned enough, you're sent out into the world. I even hear some go to Isa.
Yeah, that's where I met you guys first.
The Order. It's one of the most respected orders in the Feylands. I spent the better part of my life training to be a part of it. I can't believe I lost those notes.
Alright, we are done here. Let's leave again. Looks like there's some teaching going on here.
You think this is how? Right through and fire. The mage who hesitates is lost. You must be confident. You must strike. Ah! A newly recruited student. Welcome. Please join us. We're simply preparing for some field research. There are a number of advantages to basing ourselves in Rathir. The plains are among the most magical of the regions in these lands. And we receive special patronage from the Orbicant, the rules of Rathir, for the purposes of furthering the study of magic. Magic is reaching all races. If we do not know what its limitations and strengths are, then we are in for darker times. I oversee the training of initiates here in the Rathir chapter. Defensive work, mostly, to protect themselves while doing research or going on expeditions.
And yet you're having them casting fireballs.
Part of the training involves sending initiates to Gloam Thicket, a Fey Hollow and a Katha. It gives my pupils first-hand experience with Fey magics. Now that I think of it, I believe you're overdue for some field research yourself. Care to investigate?
Sure.
I try to give the initiates some perspective on the scope and types of magic. Part of this involves seeing the magic of the Fey. Gloam Thicket was an ideal spot for them to observe Fey magic. But lately, they haven't been returning. Something's preying on the initiates.
Okay, yeah, I'll do
Like
it.
I said, it's in the Akatha. Given the environment and the presence of Morgan, I'd say a Banshane priestess has awakened. Dangerous things. I suggest fireballs to the head repeatedly until it stops moving.
That sounds about right. I'll go with a greatsword to the head until it stops moving.
It's nestled in the flooded plains of Akatha. Never used to be more than Morgan there, but now it's something more serious.
Alright, we have to go to Akafa anyways to get that flower for the
Good day.
woman with her sick son.
Good day.
No, I want to talk to this dude.
Dispelling is a skill that all adventurers, Scholia Arcana or no, should take to heart. I am but a humble practitioner of the arts of dispelling. I share my knowledge with all who wish to learn. It is rather alarming, it seems, that more mages know how to create wards than undo them. The Rathia chapter certainly manages to provide the resources we need, be they financial, academic, or even personal.
Yeah, knowing how to create wards but not undo them sounds like a very good way of getting yourself locked out of your house, to be honest. Already know everything this trainer could teach you. Okay.
Take care of yourself.
Well, goodbye then.
Please, I already announced the results of the latest examination. If you missed them, consult one of the other students. I have no idea why the chapter continues to schedule my practical sagecrafting lectures at the same time as the Sagecraft Theory Symposium. A wonderful institution, if only for appropriating funding for the study of magic. You know, instead of using funds for silly things like weapons or entertainment.
Weapons are needed. We're in the middle of a war.
Oh, well, not many care to inquire about me. Usually it's all about sagecrafting and gem lattices. It's my work, you see. Remember, everyone be sure to do the reading.
Greetings.
Okay, yeah, we're not gonna deal with that.
Alchemy is about creating something worth more than the sum of its parts.
Oh, she can definitely not train me. We're already maxed out in alchemy.
The great city of the Alfar has never fallen, and never will. At least, not until it does.
That's true.
I can think of no greater mystery than what it must have been like for the first alchemists to sample the potions they made. I only wish I had been there.
I'm pretty sure a lot of them died in very painful ways because they drank stuff they shouldn't have.
Many years ago, I joined this hallowed order. I was young, tender at the age of 15, and gifted far beyond my rights in the art of magic. Ethan Engar recognized my potential even then. He was the first to show me the wonders of alchemy. I've been happily blowing my eyebrows off ever since. Be well.
Alright, you continue blowing off your eyebrows. Have fun.
Welcome to the Scholia Arcana, young one. How may I be of assistance? Few sorcerers possess the aptitude or the wisdom of savant Ethan Engar. The Scholia Arcana is lucky to have him. The fabled Irathi ruin that lies deep within the She of Dalantarth? I know the place. They say rogue sorcerers, foul worshippers of the fire god Vrakor, make haven in its halls. Ah, the great Nuala Ignis. She was something of a rising star among us, not unlike you. She also had quite the affinity for fire, I believe. Interested in a bit of sagecrafting or alchemy? Itran Skarn or Red Thumbroom will be happy to help you out. Or if dispelling is your preference, try to find Artan Cade about. The man's a wizard with a ward. Most would tell you that the Scholia Arcana is the continent's premier journal and lecture society, an order of learned mages and scholars. And that is true. It is simply not the whole truth. In time, you will learn what I mean. I have a feeling about you. A city of splendors indeed. The Scholia Arcana shares the spire with a great many of the Alfar elite. Rathia has stood for centuries. Through famine and through fire, it will stand for centuries more. You can find me here.
Alright, hello Ethan.
So, a necromancer was behind Melaglia's disappearing villagers. Disturbing. My suspicions regarding your potential were well founded. You are forthwith promoted to the rank of docent. As a docent, your first order of business is to the west, to speak with a man named Anchor Edmure. I am a savant in our prestigious order. As scholars of the arcane, we are organized into various ranks according to our mastery of magic. Savant is the second highest rank of the order. My responsibilities may be difficult for you to comprehend until you are better versed in exactly what it is we do. I imagine it rankled Adept Fell to no end that you were responsible for saving her life. That pleases me. He is the most powerful practitioner of magic alive, that we know about at least. Few members of the Order ever get to meet the Archsage, to tell the truth. He's simply too busy doing whatever it is that Archsages do.
You should really know more about this. Like, where is your organizational chart?
You are to liaise with a man named Anchor Edmure, a rather enthusiastic sagecrafter from the village of Emir to the west. He often sends reports of mystical occurrences that usually turn out to be exaggerated tales of inebriated fever dreams. His latest cry for help, however, may hold some truth. Go to Emir, speak to the man, and find out what he means by Shardfall has come alive. You wish to know more about him? I believe he is a sagecrafter of some ability. His ardor for magic is noble, but I fear he has never demonstrated the breadth of skill necessary to warrant an invitation to our order. Where did I put my quill?
Okay. We've already been over here. And we've already been over here as well. The only one we haven't spoken to is Wildonal.
I've been providing goods to the Order for over a decade. What's your interest? Largest city on the continent. At least it was once, before the gnomes refused to quit adding to Odessa. Worked here my whole life. I've seen things shocking enough to make you blind. It takes a certain kind to last long in this order, I think. I provide all members of the Scholia Arcana with the tools and items their training might require of them.
Alright. He has a backpack! Yes, please, let's go. Repair kits, but no blocks. Too bad.